Photographer Alesha Jay Rose. Magician Frank Brislawn. Musical guest Samsara. House band The Digital Species. And your hosts Stacey, Hallal, and Jay Flewelling.
We made it!
Yes. You made it.
I made it. I made it all the way.
We all made it.
We did all of you. Give yourselves a round of applause for making it here tonight. So excited to have you. Late night special. We do this show every week.
Every Saturday.
Yep.
Yeah, this is our 36th show.
What? That's crazy.
Yeah.
All in this year, in 2019.
In 2019.
It's amazing.
It's almost gone.
Can you believe it?
Thank God is right.
Next year will be worse.
Yeah. So speaking of such things, after 11 years of shows, Donnie and Marie Osmond are ending their residency in Las Vegas, ending their erotically charged will they, won't they dynamic, which is a huge disappointment to all their fans.
Yeah.
So.
Boo. Well, last month was Earth's second hottest October in recorded history. Now, thankfully, recorded history is a government conspiracy. Am I right?
Doesn't exist.
No, yeah, it's not.
Archaeologists in Ecuador have discovered a burial mound containing 2 babies wearing skulls of older children as helmets.
What?
Yeah, it's crazy. And the scientists have noted that you can tell they were cool babies because they were wearing the skulls backwards.
So cool. They're so cool.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Well, South Dakota launched a new anti-drug ad campaign this week. Here, take a look. It's right here.
This is real.
This is totally real.
This is real.
Now, while not a tourism campaign, the ad has resulted in a 2,000% increase in visits from Kid Rock fans. Yeah! Kid Rock.
We're on it. The president's personal doctor issued a statement this week regarding Trump's sudden visit to Walter Reed Memorial Hospital. The doctor said, quote, "The president has not had any chest pain. These are not the droids you are looking for." And everyone believed him.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dang it. Well, I really wanted that to go a different way. Okay, so China just reported their 3rd case of the bubonic plague, which goes to show you that China is just beating us at everything. While we are trying to bring our policies back to the 40s and 50s, China is like, you want to go back to the Dark Ages? I'll show you the Dark Ages.
The Earth is flat now.
Astronomers welcomed what they called a unicorn meteor storm this past week. It's called a unicorn because unlike regular meteor storms, this one swings through our galaxy looking for hot couples to fuck.
Oh. Nice. Yeah, or lonely singles. Well, Disney's new streaming service, Disney Plus, anyone have it? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
One. Cool.
Very excited about it, too.
Yeah. Well, the Disney Plus crashed after hours after it was been launched, and engineers admitting they didn't know that the demand would be this high. And engineers said, "I had no idea. I mean, it's not like we're launching a chicken sandwich."
Can't talk enough about chicken sandwiches.
Nope.
Impeachment testimony continued this week with witnesses like Dr. Fiona Hill. Yeah. And she once again confirmed that Russia meddled in the 2016 election. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I find it way easier to hear how fucked America is when it comes with a British accent.
Yeah.
You know?
It's just nicer, it's just nicer. You can digest it. Well, also, ambassador and Portland hotel owner Gordon Sondland testified this week. That is the picture of a man who has achieved the perfect ratio between compelling testimony and a slappable face.
Can't help it.
And I'm pro-slap.
After a disastrous interview with the BBC where he's unable to explain his relationship with Jeffrey Epstein, Prince Andrew announced he is stepping back from his public duties. It could be worse, though, because 500 years ago, embarrassing the queen would mean that your head would be stepping back from your body. So, could be worse, for sure.
Well, in order to woo members of Congress during his impeachment, President Trump has offered up Camp David as what one person called an adult playground. Now, knowing Trump's history, I expect an abundance of NDAs and STDs.
Yeah, it's a late night special.
Yeah!
Hello.
Oh. Right there, yes. Oh my gosh, what a great monologue.
Oh, boy.
Our writers killed it. Give it up for our writers.
They're good people.
So much news. It's crazy times.
Did you listen to any of the impeachment hearings?
I did a little bit, not a whole lot. Have you been?
I mean, probably like 60%. I just had it in the radio on. Yeah.
And then you fell asleep
And then
to
I was
it.
like, yay. No, yeah, I'm glad it's happening. It's good. It's history. It's history. It's happening.
It is.
Yeah.
But what's new with you, Jay?
I've experienced a cat miracle.
All right.
Yes.
Go on.
So, like 6 months ago, we had a kitten who disappeared, and it was a kitten who was like really friendly, and there was a known coyote in our neighborhood, a seen coyote, so we were like, he's dead. I thought he might have been stolen because people steal cool cats. It happens. It does.
So you mean the cat with their hat backward?
Yeah. Skull of another cat.
Yeah. So, our cat's been gone, missing signs, all that stuff. And then like about a month ago, we had this other cat that was like coming around, and we were like, it's not our cat. And we're like, but wait a minute, is it? And like our mind's eye sees it as a kitten, but it disappeared like right on the last days of being a kitten. And so now it's like an adult cat. And we're like going through Instagram photos and looking at fur markings and like, we're like pretty sure it's our cat who's come back.
I'm sure it is, Jay. Yeah. It's totally your cat. It's a cat miracle.
Yeah.
We think, yeah.
It's
Chip
the
your cats,
holidays.
people.
Yeah.
Well, our cat did have a chip.
You should hire one of those artists to do like an estimated age look.
Well, our cat did have a chip, and so the next thing, because the cat chose us.
Okay.
And so it was like around, and then it was like in our house and like sleeping with us and like really friendly. And what?
So you did the chip, or someone else did the chip?
No, the kitten had a chip.
Already.
And so we're building up trust with the adult cat to get it into the cat container and then take it to the vet.
I see.
I don't want to traumatize it. I also think, it supports my theory, because I think he was stolen and taken care of, and like probably by like a homeless person, I'm guessing. And I think like pets that are owned by homeless people actually have very good lives because they're with their owner all day long, and they're fed.
Right.
And it's like, I take care of you to take care of me. Like I shouldn't say that. But yeah. So I think that he was.
Gonna throw the cat back out.
No,
is what you're saying.
no. He's home to stay. And then because he was like raised in the wild, or he was out there, like he just goes to the bathroom outside, and then he comes back in and just gives us love. I know. It's a cat miracle.
Hear it for Jay's cat.
Maybe
Reunited.
Simon. Yeah, maybe.
And what will be amazing is if you take it to the vet and they check for a chip and it has one, but it's not your cat, and then you realize you have stolen somebody's cat.
Yep.
No. We did put a collar on it, and he goes away in the day, and he comes back, and no one's taking the collar off. So I don't think he's
Or
going
sent a
home.
little note.
We were thinking about that, like put a little like, is this owned?
It seems like I think everyone who owns cats has an understanding that cats may decide not to choose you anymore and choose somebody else, right?
Yeah.
This is part of the experience. Why I like dogs.
Yeah. Yeah. But when a cat chooses you, you're like, I'm special.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like a bad boyfriend. That's what a cat is. A cat is a bad boyfriend. You're like, please love me. And it's like, I don't know. Okay, whenever I feel like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what's going on with you?
Well, you know what I've been thinking about this week? I don't know if you guys heard about the, okay boomer thing.
Yes. Oh, yeah. New Zealand.
What?
Wasn't it New Zealand?
I think it's a pretty, it's a phenomenon amongst the young
But
generation.
a young member of parliament said it to
Oh,
another
okay.
boomer.
Oh, yeah.
And shut them down.
Yeah, but in general, just that kind of attitude. And I am of Generation X, as we've discussed before. And so apparently there's a new version of OK Boomer for Generation X, which is OK Karen.
Okay.
Have you guys heard about this? And so it's like refers to like Karen is like the white lady who asks to talk to the manager. And that's what Karen is. So I'm pretty upset about it because I feel like it's sexist and ageist. And I just want to know who in that generation do I need to talk to talk about how pissed off I am.
I think it's Pete Buttigieg.
Might be.
Might be.
It might be. All right. Well, it's Thanksgiving is coming up. It's a controversial holiday in a lot of ways. Anybody traveling for the holiday? Just me. I'm the only. Okay.
Where are you going?
I'm going to Boston. See my family. My boyfriend's gonna meet my family for the first time.
Are you nervous?
Not really, because what they think of him doesn't really affect us.
Oh, okay.
We live across the country.
Okay.
So,
Is
plus
he
they're
nervous?
I don't know. Are you nervous, John?
Kinda.
Yeah.
I felt it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I felt
And I
it.
think for him, it's because he's this sweet Pacific Northwest
He's from
gentleman.
Eugene.
Yes. And he's coming to my fiery, ethnic Boston family.
I'm scared.
I'm the quiet one
Yeah.
in my family. So, yeah, it's going to be a lot for him. But I'll be fine.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Yeah.
But we have, one of our writers has prepared for you a little information on Thanksgiving. Please welcome Kat Buckley.
As we gather our friends and family this Thanksgiving, it's important to reflect on the true meaning of the holiday. Past pilgrims and Indians fighting family and football. No, that's not what matters most about Thanksgiving. What matters most is how goddamn good canned cranberry sauce is. Cranberry sauce is more than a mere food. It jiggles like a hearty laugh from a mall-drunk Santa. And it tastes like if Jell-O and jelly had a weird sex baby. It leaves the can with a hearty schloop, and it sounds like a symphony, or a fart trapped in a bathing suit. Maybe both. But there, under the light of 1,000 gods, the canned cran reveals its true form, full of ridges and bumps, each one a memory, a scar, like the great poet Kendrick Lamar said, "Show me something natural like an ass with some stretch marks." And to the people who put nuts in their cranberry sauce, let me ask you one thing. Who hurt you? Who? Putting nuts in your cranberry sauce is like putting nuts on your truck. It says more about your nuts than theirs. But whether your cranberry sauce is traditional or artisanal, we can all agree on three things. Canned cranberry sauce is amazing. Thanksgiving is a holiday rooted in colonialism and racism. And it feels like the world's ending, so fuck it! Have seconds. Thank you.
Yay! Kat Buckley, everybody.
I don't know. I'm not. Are you? Do you like cranberry sauce?
I do. For a lot of the points that she made. My favorite part of it, though, was when she said a sex baby.
Yeah, a weird sex baby.
Yeah, instead of like a test tube baby, I guess. I don't know.
When
a
she
sex
said
baby.
weird sex baby, I immediately thought, like, who is that? And then I thought, Meatloaf, the singer.
He's a weird sex baby?
Well, like, yeah, a result of weird sex. And then weird sex baby. Yeah. It just popped in my brain.
That's hilarious. I have a question for the audience. Who can name the #1 brand of cranberry sauce?
Ocean Springs.
That's right. I heard it first from these two people, and you have won a
Throw
free
them!
can
Throw them!
Yes!
of Ocean Spray cranberry sauce. It's prize time.
Start that Thanksgiving early!
Yeah, there you
Prizes.
go. Yeah, prizes.
Prizes.
Surprise prize time.
One, I wanted you to throw them so bad.
Yeah.
I don't
And
think
then
our liability
two-
insurance would afford
Yeah.
that.
Two, you gave it and they were like, yeah, and then you tried to give the second one, they were like, no.
He was like, no. I know who makes it, doesn't mean I want to eat it. I like applesauce. That's my favorite thing.
I like the stuffing.
So stuffing.
Mhm.
But my dad and I used to make apple. In Boston, there was tons of apple trees, and so we used to make it. All right, are you ready for some music?
Yes. I'm so excited about this band.
Why don't you introduce this band,
This
Jay?
band is rocking worlds, melting faces. They're the next thing to hit Portland. One of them might be my housemate. Give it up for Samsara! Keep it going for Samsara!
Check. We've got this boredom we just got to kill. We're out there killing it every day. Some say we do this shit just for the thrill. Some say it's in the spirit of anarchy. Everything got us down. Say we going to apart this town. All this living so recklessly is probably gonna get the best of me. Well, let's go get lost and maybe we'll get all these regrets that we have yet to make. Chaos I lost after the sound. All this excitement I just must partake. Never miss a chance to kick myself to the ground. We all know that we stepped our bounds. Only way that we know how to go is down. All this living so recklessly, thinking too many people that were close to me. Well, the truth it hurts me and it's so profound. See how hard that gravity pulls, but it pulls away. And it can't erase. This life is tough, you know, when we keep on telling ourselves that everything is okay. No, it's not okay. We're always so self-assured, walking around and dead and sleeping. Now it's time to wake. You know, it's time to wake. Folks we loved, we buried in the ground. Some folks, they had to get locked away. Most folks just don't know where to go. These days, folks are lucky just to find their way. Now our nerves truly shot. Don't stop, let's give it everything we've got. This living so recklessly is gonna drag me to the depths of insanity. And the way I'm telling when the song might stop.
That rocked.
That does rock.
That rocked. I love a good violin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, was it loud enough for you? Yeah. Yeah, we got noise complaints at rehearsal, which is how you know it's rock and roll.
Yeah. Take that, MK Beauty.
They used to complain. We used to have the School of Rock practice here, and they would come over and complain. Not practice, just do their show like once a season.
And these are kids.
And they were kids. It was just like, if you could just come see the 8-year-old with heart glasses singing Barracuda and killing it right now, you would not be unhappy.
You'd throw a wig.
Yeah. All right, well, I am very excited about this interview that we have coming up because this person is, I think, one of the epitomes of Portland spirit. She has been a filmmaker of independent films, web series. She's in a killer band with synth and accordion. She's been making it happen here in Portland forever. Please welcome Alesha Jay.
I love the piano music for you.
It was very classy.
It was.
Classy.
We are honored by your presence.
Yes. I'm so glad to have you here. We didn't meet for a long time, though we have a lot of people in common.
We do.
And I feel like it's just that we've been very busy, and you're always busy. So I'm excited. This is the first time we've actually had time to sit and talk. And if this is what it takes, it's worth
yeah,
it.
this or like, I'll buy you a drink and, I'll show up at any time.
Okay, good to know. All right. I'll get your phone number from Jay, and I'll be
Yeah.
texting you.
Do you have my number?
I
No.
don't.
Yeah.
Go for it.
See, it's lies. It's lies.
Subterfuge.
Yeah. So where are you from originally? Are you from here?
No, I grew up in Los Angeles originally.
Okay.
And then moved to San Francisco, and then mid-90s I moved to Portland. I relocated here in 1995.
Wow.
So I'm a Born-Agonian.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Right, you guys heard that?
I like it.
Born-Agonian?
I like that.
Right, like I've now lived here for longer than I've lived anywhere else, including where I was born, so I think it qualifies as kind of OG.
I think so.
Relatively OG. Having experienced the 90s in Portland, it feels OG.
Yeah. Very different than it is here. I moved here in 98, so a little bit after you.
Yeah.
But like Killingsworth used to have, I remember there were these parties in vacant buildings, and they would have a theme.
No.
And did you ever go to any of these? Like travel, and then there'd be bands that sang songs about travel. There'd be installations of maps and art around travel.
I
There'd
was
be,
not at those parties. I don't
Yeah.
know what those parties were. I was definitely involved with some parties.
Yeah.
I played accordion at a thing, or I helped coordinate and play accordion at an event called the Night of the Living Accordion, which was put on by Ripe Family Supper. I stole the title from a New York thing that was going on, and I just put a bunch of accordion-based things in it. Jenny
Good.
Conley from the Decemberists played.
Oh, great.
Three Leg Torso played. It was where Broder is now, in that space down off Interstate. Anywho, it was really fun, very strange, and that's when I thought maybe Portland might have an accordion renaissance.
Did it happen?
No.
Will you make it happen?
I will play the accordion till the day that I die. So,
Hell yeah!
Did you
Not
start
tonight,
as a
though.
kid?
I did not. I didn't start till after I left home and moved to San Francisco, and I was like a barista at this cafe, and this guy walked in playing the accordion. He played the accordion. We had musicians play all the time. It was called Brainwash, south of Market, if any of you know San Francisco. And I love music. My whole family are filled with musicians. I should have been playing music, but I just didn't click with anything until I saw this guy play the accordion. And I was like, oh, it's like a combination of like a Pachinko machine and a pipe organ. I must play it.
Amazing.
That was my instinct.
Well, and that's what clicked with you with the cello, where you were like,
It did. I
oh,
finally, and I
it's
did
this.
flirt with the accordion for a little while, but I got one, and you have to, someone has to tune it, and
Well, you
that's
can't
very
get a
hard.
shitty accordion.
Yeah.
You have to get like a legit accordion. I mean, you can get a shitty accordion tune, but it's likely it's just going to stay shitty.
Yeah, and that's all I had. But then I found cello and fell in love with it.
You can't have a shitty cello. It's just a really shitty cello.
That's right.
You
It's
can't
true.
even fake it.
And well, you can't. And the thing
No.
about cello is that it's one of the hardest instruments to play, which I didn't know when I started playing as an adult, learning a thing. And I went in for my first lesson. Like, I'll play this song on this tour of comedy I'm doing. And she was like, when is this? I was like 7 weeks. She was like, yeah, okay. And the thing is, like, everyone loves the cello. As good as the great cello sounds is how bad new cello sounds, like a dying whale.
You know what's funny though? In like the grudge match of musical instruments, the accordion and the cello really face off because they can't be in the same ring. Somebody has to dominate and win. It's the same exact tonal range. I know that's nerdy, but like I love the cello. I cannot play with cellists in any musical context. They literally cancel each other out.
where does the bagpipes fall?
Not in my purview.
Yeah.
I remember thinking though, when I was first choosing an instrument, I was like, I love that resonance. So I actually thought, oh, the bagpipes are an interesting idea. Then I was like, I am not that asshole.
Yeah.
It's not good. I don't like what. No.
Yeah.
So
And you have to
accordion is
play them
already
with
borderline.
volume to even
I don't
play
even.
them,
I don't even
right?
want to know how it's played. It's not that versatile. The coolest thing about the accordion, because now I've picked up synth as well, and I play in a new band called Party Witch.
Oh, wow.
And we are playing actually December 6th at the Lovecraft. Please come with our friends Vuval. We're a power duo, drums, and then my friend Shauna plays drum, and then I play accordion, synth, and I sing lead vocals.
I also love the name.
Thank you, Party Witch. The
That's
audience
great.
digs. But I realized something. The accordion and the synthesizer are almost the exact same thing. One is air-powered and arm-powered. One is electric-powered. Think about it. You've got like, kind of, I mean, the accordion is sort of, you've got the buttons for the chords and then the keys. You power with air, and it sort of has the same thing. I basically transpose accordion songs to the synth sometimes. Sometimes I'll play accordion with one hand and synth with the other.
Wow.
So it's almost like a newfangled
How do you,
I thought
accordion
the accordion's
Do you
a
tie it?
two-hand,
Yeah.
I've been playing accordion for so long, and all of that just happens naturally. Like my rhythm is built
How do
in.
you keep, what's holding the other side?
It doesn't move. There's just a thing, and this and that. This stays, that goes.
But I thought I had to like pump in and out.
Oh, that's
It's
You're
not-
thinking-
It's like a squeeze
you're thinking of a
box, yeah.
concertina.
It's not a children's accordion.
You
Oh.
need some schooling. It's fine. Some woman's.
It's one of the accordions with like the hard plastic case on
Accordions.
one
The
side, and
accordion,
then
the
you're
accordion.
working it on the other side.
She knows clearly what she's talking
Yeah,
about.
what am I
I have a
thinking
shitty
of?
one.
I don't,
This thing.
watermelon
Concertina,
wrangling.
Oh, I don't know.
Concertina, she's
I don't
right.
know.
Anyway, when did you get into film?
So I've played music forever. I was in the music business forever, but I was always doing photography. So I had kind of a moment almost 10 years ago when I was, before that even, doing the Decemberist stuff. And I did Pick a Rest, that album cover. I photographed that and all the photos inside. And
I
lots,
didn't know that.
Yeah, lots of their images.
You know what's crazy? I listened to that album today in the shower.
Oh, that's an interesting shower
The
choice.
whole album.
That's a long shower.
Yep.
Dang, I don't want to know what happens in there with the sweet folk.
You never will. Anyway, keep going. Yeah.
Yes.
Anywho, so basically I was, playing music, and then I was booking Doug Fur. I was the founding booker at Doug Fur in 2004 to 2009, and I was doing photos at the same time. And then, things kind of hit this critical mass where the bands I was working with were asking me to make music videos. And eventually I succumbed. I said yes, and I made my first music video in, I think, 2008 for a band called Loch Lomond with Super 8, and then I made a bunch more even before SLRs really truly hit the market. With a bunch of really cool people. I made one for Viva Voce, and I can't remember the beginning ones, but ultimately SLRs hit the market, which is like, you guys probably mostly own them. You can make videos with those, and that became really a democratizing thing, and suddenly I was just ripping them out So I've made 36 music videos now, and that was my sort of
Wow.
gateway. Some fancy ones, some not so fancy.
And you've also made an award-winning web series.
Yes, the music videos were a gateway kind of to the web series that I created and then co-wrote with Courtney Hallmeister, who's a brilliant comedy writer and performer here in Portland. And it's called The Benefits of Gusbandry, and Gusbandry is gay husbandry. Portland is well aware, maybe a Gusband or a Gusband lover. Point is, so I created that based on sort of turning 40 and being just like love anemic and a hot mess, and finding like this beauty and power in a particular friendship with my best friend Lake, who happens to be gay.
Wait, Lake, is he a lawyer?
Paraguay, yeah, he's an
I
attorney.
went on a date with him.
Shut your
What?
face.
I did,
Portland's
yeah.
so
Dish.
I
small.
know.
What?
I was 21.
What?
This is a while ago.
Yeah.
A real long time ago. Like in the 70s?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh! Wow!
Well, thanks,
You're like,
Alicia, for
"This is
coming.
No, I love
so
Jay.
funny.
No, Lake, yeah, so Lake's hilarious and amazing, and we wound up, he just really saved my life more than once, and I was figuring out what I wanted to be as a filmmaker, and I had a kind of revelation after a Thailand vacation that maybe I should write something or do something about that relationship versus my whole life. And which is too much. You got to really narrow down. Anyone who wants to write about anything, write about a slice, not the whole pizza.
Kill your babies, that's another thing.
That's another. Anyway, he's out of context. It's
Right.
It's creepy, Jay.
Sorry.
Decreep. Anyway, so I made this web series in 2015 through 2017. We made 10 episodes. It got reviewed in the New York Times. It won like Portland or Willamette Week Best Web Series or whatever, and a bunch of other things. And people still watch it. It's on Prime. It's on Xfinity. You can just get up on it. 10 episodes, an hour and a half, but it's very real. It's a slice of Portland. It's funny as hell. I think it rates as like a quality comedy.
It is, and the cast is amazing. And
Rick Topman, Kurt Conroy.
and you've done 2 seasons.
We did. Let's call it 2. Yeah.
Okay. Are you going to do more, or do you feel
If
like
somebody,
it's found?
my theory is if somebody hands me a pile of money, yes.
Yeah. Fair enough.
And if they don't, I don't know. I think
Yeah.
there's, it's Portland. There's nobody. I mean, Portland probably wants more. If you watch it, you'll be like, "Where's the rest?" But at a certain point, you have to kind of like weigh, like, how do I prostrate myself for money? For which project? Do I move on? Do I stay? It's a complicated thing in that world. And I decided it was more important to make a feature film. So that's what I'm doing
and
right
yeah,
now.
speaking of, let's talk
A
about.
couple people here were extras.
Yeah.
I was an extra in your film.
Yeah.
I was also an extra in The Benefits of
Oh, you were
Gusbandry.
in which thing? Which were you in?
It was in an art gallery.
Oh, yes, you were. I've forgotten half of the things that I've made now. It's hard, just starting to just,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
your new feature film coming out in 2020.
It'll
Is
probably
it-
hit festivals in 2020, yeah.
Is it a documentary, a mockumentary? What is it?
Not a mock-docu.
Okay.
It's more of, it is a multi-genre, weird crosshatch of things. It's called A Kaddish for Bernie Madoff, and that's Kaddish. It's a Jewish funeral prayer, like you do. And that is a title that was originally given to the theater piece, the stage piece that was kind of called like a chamber rock opera by the woman who created it, named Alesha Jay. We have almost the same name. That's how she found me, actually. Another story. And she did this beautiful stage show that was kind of like, a story about her as an artist having this Wall Street and a high-rise on Wall Street, having a residency on Wall Street in a high-rise at the height of the financial crisis, and sort of just tripping balls and writing all these songs about, what was going on. She interviewed all these people who were connected to the crisis of Bernie Madoff's crimes, and then wrote these incredible kind of first-person songs about like who these people were and how they experienced it. And it was just this really whimsical and really spiritual piece that she wanted to make into something bigger. And then I worked with her over the last 2 years to adapt it into a feature film. And I kind of took it to the next level on many different planes. It's pretty wild.
The trailer is beautiful.
Yeah, we've
Thank
got
you.
a trailer.
The trailer you have is actually, I think, the concept trailer. What is coming soon, there's like synchronized swimming from a height. We did all this stuff in New York. It's a wild tale. So
Well,
it's sort of
let's
like a
go ahead and-
docu-narrative musical situation.
Amazing. Well, let's play the trailer. You got that,
All right.
Anthony?
In 2008, I got this artist residency on an empty floor of a building in Wall Street. I spent the whole year writing songs in this dilapidated space, along with a bunch of other artists. We spent our days making art in the middle of Wall Street, as all around us, the country slipped into the Great Recession. I had never cared much about the stock market, but watching it implode up close was kind of fascinating. And then Bernie Madoff revealed that his massive hedge fund was actually a massive Ponzi scheme, the largest financial crime in history. Everybody thought they knew the story. Madoff promised tons of cash and a bunch of greedy investors bought in. But I had a feeling that was too easy. I talked to bankers and lawyers, an FBI agent, a victim. I rode my bike back to my office full of people's stories. I wrote song after song. Out my window, men in suits carried boxes of files out of their offices, heads bowed. How did Wall Street become what it is, and what happens when it collapses? Every so often, a person will rise to power who preys on the fact that we want to feel good all the time. There's a Kabbalistic creation myth that says God made the world as a series of clay vessels, but they broke, and we live in that fallen world, searching for sparks of divinity among the brokenness. What do we do when someone betrays our trust? When do we say, you are no longer one of us? What is our responsibility to take care of one another? The Kaddish is an ancient Jewish prayer. We recite it when a person dies or when they are dead to us.
Mesmerizing. I'm very excited. So where can people find it when it's released?
Follow on Instagram, a Kaddish for Bernie Madoff, or on FaceFart. One or the other, and then yeah, you'll find out. We're making progress, and it'll be probably submitting to festivals in the summer. So.
And that was all of her singing and songs?
Yeah, so it's all her
beautiful.
original music. I mean, the songs are great, and in it, she's in drag for half the music. There's like basically 8 music videos wrapped around by this docu-narrative kind of storyline. It's pretty wild.
Wow.
And then there's a whole fantasy sequence where she's like reciting the Kaddish with 20 older ladies around a pool with synchronized swimming. Because that's what you do.
That's right. Well, thank you so much for being here.
My pleasure.
Alesha Jay Rose, everybody.
Yes, filmmaker extraordinaire.
Thank you so much,
Bye,
Alesha.
guys.
Take care.
Oh my gosh.
So I don't know if you all noticed, and I hope this is an insult to her, but if there are types of humans, she and I are cut from the same cloth. You know, sometimes my hair straight, we have the same glasses, the same color hair,
Yeah.
same generation. It's a compliment to me. I hope it is to her.
Yes.
All right. Speaking of shows and films and interesting combinations of things, our next guest is performing a piece that's an excerpt from a bigger show. I'm not going to say much more about it. Please welcome Frank Brislawn.
I am a lonesome brave. I spend my time driving my truck around town on Saturdays. From the city, I thought that maybe all of my luck would change here in Boomtown, but it seems my face is wrong. I don't fit in. 'Cause I don't have cowboy lips. Cowboy Cowboy lips are alright by me. Strap me on a pair of lips and I'll leave you be. I in the saddle, my chapstick in hand, through snow and wind and rain and sleet. Cowboy land. When I'm with all my buddies, my snakeskin boots and my belt buckles shine, but they don't talk to me when I know their song. I'm in the wrong key, 'cause I don't have cowboy lips. Cowboy lips. Cowboy lips are alright by me. Jack Palance's got a sneer that's collagen free. If I had his mustache, I'd like some good tips to keep it off my cowboy lips. When I'm out honky-tonkin', I smoke my Marlboros with the filters off. It makes me cough. I can stomach Lone Star beer, but not shots of rye. I can only get by. Cowboy lips. Cowboy lips. Cowboy lips are alright by me. Painted, piercing, puckered, or for sissy. Weathered and blistered and kissed by her brand. The kind of lips they wear in cowboy, way up there in cowboy. Lots of facial hair in cowboy. Here in cowboy land.
Frank Brislawn.
Magic.
Wow, that cowboy has different kind of rope tricks.
Yeah. There's so much magic happening here at Curious. It's great.
There is. We have a monthly show. If you're interested in seeing more magic, it happens right here in this space on the second Sunday. I'm hesitant. I'm looking at you, but you don't know.
No, I don't.
Second Sunday of the month called a Night of Curiosities, and there's incredible magicians from all over, which is something that Portland hasn't had for a while. So, thanks, Anthony.
Those little
There it is.
little things on top look like weed leaves.
They do.
Yeah. Mixed messages.
Family friendly and 420 friendly. So we're nearing the end. We only have a couple more things for you here, and one is related to we are a nonprofit here at Curious. The show is just done by the goodness of all the performers and bookers out of their hearts.
Volunteering and funds.
Yeah, and we need sponsors. And this is an interesting sponsor because it's a combination. And in corporate history, there's a lot of interesting partnerships, right? Like U2 and Apple, they had that great partnership that worked out really well. And I don't know if you're aware that Flaming Hot Cheetos and Forever 21 did clothes at Forever 21 with Flaming Hot Cheetos branding all over them.
I need to go there.
Yeah, and Carl's Jr. and Fruit Loops. Yeah.
Is this real?
These are all real corporate. They made Fruit Loop flavored donut desserts at Carl's Jr.
Barf.
Yeah, yeah. You can't fail with a great partnership.
Okay.
And this partner that we have coming out, or partnership, it is the Thanksgiving season, and our sponsor here is Purdue Chicken, working with Purdue Pharma.
Oh.
Yeah, the Purdue Pharmaceutical Company. So please welcome our sponsor, Purdue.
Hi there, I'm Jim Purdue, CEO of Purdue Farms, maker of the juiciest turkeys, chickens, and other fowl and fowl-related products, many of which you'll be enjoying this Thanksgiving.
And I'm Craig Landau, CEO of Purdue Pharma. If you live in the Midwest or rural parts of New England, you probably know me pretty well by now.
That's right, Craig. You see, in the poultry business, what's good for the goose ain't always good for the gander. With sanctions and all that, we've decided to team up with a big company to help get our birds out the door. And what better than to team up with a company that shares our family name?
And we at Purdue Pharma, we're just so glad to attach our name to something a little less foul.
Well, we're all fowl here at Purdue. Chickens, turkeys, geese, duck, pheasant. I'd say we're a fowl company through and through.
Oh, you know what, Jim? Most people would say the same about Purdue Pharma. But we're mostly excited to just help out Jim and the whole team to get their turkeys out on the plates this Thanksgiving. And what's in it for us, you might be asking?
Well, I don't think I heard anyone ask that, Craig.
Well, let's just say that you're helping us get rid of some unwanted heat we've got.
Well, now hold on, Craig. This is some new information for me here.
Have you ever noticed, Jim, that you get all tuckered out after a big turkey dinner?
Well, sure. That's because of the active chemical naturally occurring in turkey, tryptophan.
That's right. And we at Purdue Pharma, you see, we have some excess supplies lying around, and we don't really want Uncle Sam to find out about them, so we're just putting this totally naturally safe additive into the turkey meat this year. We're calling it tryptophantanol.
Wait. What in the heck are you putting in my turkeys here?
Here, just try a...
No, I'd really rather not.
Hold on.
Nope.
I brought one with me.
No, I'm all right.
No,
I'm quite all right.
I really insist you try it. No, I want you to eat the turkey. Eat the
no,
turkey,
thank you.
Jim.
No,
I want you to eat it.
No.
Yes, eat the turkey. Sleep, sweet prince. Trust us, here at Purdue Pharma, we want folks to have a happy Thanksgiving this year. And what better way to enjoy an argument-free holiday? Not discussing impeachment, not talking about child detention or who really killed Jeffrey Epstein, but just taking a nice long nap. We're so confident in our product, we're sure to guarantee an argument-free household until Christmas. For most folks, Purdue and Purdue's turkeys can be found at any sketchy, shady clinic near you for a $15 copay. Have a happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
He's out. He's out. I don't think we're going to be able to remove him. Wow.
Controversial.
You know, if you are a potential sponsor, please sponsor us so we don't have to accept sponsorships like this, because we'll do anything.
He keeps wanting to laugh, but
he does. But he's asleep. He's just laughing in his sleep, like when my dog barks in his sleep.
Should we put him on his side so he doesn't?
That's Jimi Hendrix died.
Sucking on that chicken.
Yeah.
All right. Before we say goodnight, please welcome back for one more performance, the wonderful Samsara!
Check. There we are. Yeah, I really think it's gone. And it's been gone for so damn long, so long. And now I really think it's gone, so gone. Yeah, it's all gone away.